All right. Hey guys. So this is Mordheim, City of the Damned, an excellent Warhammer fantasy game that you can pick up usually for about $2 or $3 on Instant Gaming, or it's quite often on special on Steam for like 90% off. I don't think it's on special right now, but check out Steam. And yeah, you don't have to buy it full price. You can almost always get it either 90% off on Steam or from Instant Gaming. It'll usually be $1 or $2 there, or CD keys, or on GoG. I think you can't get a Steam key through GoG, but you can through Instant Gaming, and I think CD keys both give you Steam keys. GoG doesn't give you a Steam key; it's just a DRM free version. But if you get it from GoG, I think it's actually free at the moment, this game. But otherwise, it'll be really cheap. Anyway, yeah. So these are all the different warbands that you can play. The middle four you get with the base game. The vampires and the witch hunters you have to buy as DLC. The human mercs we're going to play today. Once you've leveled up your warband, your first warband, if you want to start a new one, it'll give you the option to start at level 5. But when you first start a new warband, you won't have that option, so you have to start from level 0. I actually started a vampire warband from 0 the other day, and it was really fun. So I thought we'll start a new Empire Mercs warband today, Reichland Mercs.
So, you've decided to brave the City of the Damned in search of gold and glory. There's no shortage of those who've tried before you. If you look hard enough, you'll find their bones littering the ruins. Mordheim doesn't forgive mistakes, so you'd better not make any. I'll say this for you. You've taken the first step to surviving. You've had the good sense to seek out Luther Wolfenbaum. I've forgotten more about this city than you'll ever learn. Listen to me, and you just might leave this place with the fame and fortune you're after. I'm not sure what oaths and vows bind you to Baron von Leitdorfer's service. I'm not really interested in the imperial pretensions of Reichland's Grand Prince either. You need to concentrate on one thing only, and that's the task immediately before you. Aye, there's Wordstone in the ruins, ready for the taking. But there's other things in the ruins too. You've got those murdering maniacs from the Rock, ready to kill anyone they find with even the smallest shard on them. They're bad, but even worse are the degenerates who've taken to worshipping the comet that smashed Mordheim. They're twisted in both mind and body, and will happily dump your body into the pit as an offering to their Shadow Lord. You'll even see things you wouldn't believe prowling the ruins. The verminous underfoe, the Skaven of legend, are quite real, I assure you. They'll steal your Wordstone and gnaw your bones, given half the chance. Aye, the dangers are great, but if you were cowardly, you'd never have made the journey here. There's treasure to be had, if you're bold and ruthless enough to claim it. This city chews up the timid and the weak, so remember that, and keep your men strong. Do that, and you might just survive.
All right. Don't worry, we're plenty ruthless. Let's do this. Yes, this is our war camp. Later on, we'll get into the Smuggler's Den. It's not available at the start, but that's where our job is to collect Wordstone from the ruins of Mordheim and send it back to our patron. And that's where you do it in the Smuggler's Den, but we haven't got access to that. So, yeah, we'll just get into the game. Now, once you've leveled up your warband, when you first start playing, you won't have it. Once you've leveled up your warband, after a while, you'll get this veteran system. And there's all these little tasks that you can do here that will give you points. The campaign, I haven't actually done any of the campaign missions. I've done a couple of them, but I haven't done enough to actually succeed in getting these points. So that's still points I've got to unlock there. But yeah, so I've got 12 points unlocked. So they give you all these perks that you can use to start new warbands. So when you first start your very first warband, you won't have any of these extra perks, right? But as you're playing, you'll unlock them, and you can add them onto your existing warband as you get points. So yeah, so my starting ones that I always go for, there's there's a sort of there's different levels in this game of like one level is like leveling up your warband until you can actually have a full, like, to increase your roster size so you can have a full amount of guys. That's like that'll get your warband will get bigger, you'll be able to have more guys in the field as you go along. That's that one. Then you can level up your individual guys. Then you can also get them gear, which probably takes, like, getting them full gear probably takes almost as long or longer than it does to level them. And then you can eventually enchant that gear with magical enchantments and stuff like that. So, and getting all the enchantments that you want, plus all the specific items that you want, will probably take longer than actually leveling up your guys. So, yeah, if you take the Contact Librarian, each day there's a 10% chance to receive a normal enchantment formula from this contact. Or if you upgrade it, you can get 15% chance, and there's a chance of gaining mastery formulas. So, yeah, so basically you get this at the start, and it'll just help you kind of get to that end game a bit faster, because you'll start getting those enchantments. It's not going to help you in the early game. In the early game, though, you really just need money. So there's a lot of skills here that will help you get more money at the start. And they're probably the ones that will help you the most. But I don't usually go for them. I just kind of try to fight my way through without using the discounts. But yeah, you do get one free respec with the you get one free respec. So you could spec all these as, like, take all the ones that give you money, like discounts first, and then later on respec them into your more end game version if you want. But I'll just show you what I go for anyway. So yeah, so getting the librarian so you can start unlocking your late game enchantments is a really good idea. Another one that I would always go for is the explorer. This is really, really important one, because a lot of the missions are super hard, or, you know, going to be extra dangerous. Thanks, Flora. Yeah, you get an extra respec every 365 days. I think you can only have a total of one. Yeah, so you have to use it to get the one back, right? But yeah, so if you do use it, you'll get another one after a year. Yeah, so Explorer means that you get a discount on sending out scouts. So you can send out scouts to find more missions, and then you can choose one of the missions available. So that's really good, because it gives you more chance of getting high quality missions that have better loot as well. So I'd say that one's a really important one. Maybe even go for that one first. There's another. This one's not probably as important, but Negotiator gives you an extra day to fulfill wordstone requests. So every now and again your patron will ask you to send a certain amount of shipment of wordstone back. It's really easy to keep up with it. It's no problem. But if you want to send, there's two other organizations that you can send the wordstone to instead of your patron. You have to send those mandatory wordstone requests, but in between those mandatory ones, you can send your wordstone wherever you want. Wordstone is the same as warpstone, yeah. So Negotiator just gives you extra days in between when you have to send them to your patron. So it's good for if you want to send wordstone to one of the other factions, because you've got more time in between yours. But if you just want to send it all to your own patron, then it doesn't really matter. And it's not really necessary. It's just like a luxury type of thing, you know. What else do I like to get? So yes, Scholar. I'm not going to take this, but Scholar reduces training costs by 10%. Training can be quite expensive, so that one could be a good one. This one, if you want to save money, this one's probably the more important one, I would say. Reduces the hiring cost by 20%. So just actually, I might even grab that, because like I said, we can use our respec later on. So yeah, so like one of the quickest ways to get all your guys that you want is to hire guys that are already experienced rather than leveling them up yourself. So this 20% reduction is a pretty big. So you might want to buy a new guy that costs 3.6k. So 20% reduction on that means it's only going to cost you like 3,000 instead. So it's a big discount. What else do I get? Alchemist gives you a 20% chance to get free potion consumables, so you could get stuff like healing potions and stuff. I wouldn't worry about this at the start, But like once you've got a real end game, you know, faction, because you don't really want to carry potions because it takes a loot spot. So it means you can't pick up as much loot because you're already carrying loot when you go into the mission. So you're not really going to want to take that in the early campaign. But in the late game, when you've got like really valuable guys that you don't want to die and stuff, you might want to start collecting potions and stuff to carry on you guys to give them more chance of survival. Yeah, the merchant, same sort of deal. Free consumable every now and again. As your warband goes up, there's more chance of getting more free stuff. Another one that I like to get is oh yeah, if you want to get more money as well, increases the chance of selling items. You're going to sell a lot of the crap that you pick up. You're not going to use it, so you can do that. Healer, I don't really think healer really it is going to make that much of a big difference. Yeah, I like this one. Merchant increases the chance of a sale event. So every time now and again you get sales that make certain items like cheaper or whatever, and there'll be like special items that are like available that might not normally be available or whatever. So I don't know. It's just like I just like to get it. Really, it's not really that important, but. What else do I like to get? I've kind of forgotten what I normally take now. All right. Yeah, you don't really need to buy that many items, so it's not really a big deal. All right, so yeah, so not sure. I think there was another one that I usually. I think there's only 4. Yeah, basically all 4 of these. Well, actually, you don't really need merchant, and you probably don't really need renowned either. But negotiator, explorer, and librarian are like the top 3 that I pretty much always take when I do a new warband. And then after that, you can sort of take whatever you want. So. What I'm thinking about doing with this warband is, even though I think these technically are Reichland mercenaries, but I was thinking about going for a Mordheim theme, and a Middenland theme, and like Priests of Ulrich and stuff instead of Priests of Sigma. There's a DLC that you can get that gives you a Priest of Ulrich hero that you can get into your warband. So, and I've actually got that DLC, so I was thinking about going for a Priest of Ulrich theme. Yeah, so they wear heavy armor. I mean, heavy armor could be good for those. Somebody told me a good tip the other day, which is, so what I would normally do, so just say you wanted to go for like a gun-themed mercenary team, right? Your natural thing is you might want to go for contact gunsmith, and that's just going to, each day there's a random chance that you're going to get a free gun. So it's not going to sort you out immediately or anything, and you're going to loot most of your guns from in battles, but it just means you're occasionally going to get some extra guns so you can help. You know, so you might want to take one of these ones like weaponsmith, gunsmith, etc. to help you get a certain type of item that you're planning on theming your warband on. But a good tip that somebody told me is that you can actually loot weapons from your enemies, but you can't loot shields, helmets, or armor from your enemies. So, so you can. Sorry, you can loot shields. You can't loot helmets or armor from your enemies. There's chests and there's like loot locations in the missions, and they can have shields and armor and whatever. But when you actually kill your enemies, the only thing you can loot from them is their weapons. So weapons are probably easier to come by than anything else. So I'm thinking about going for a heavy armor theme for my army, or a heavy melee theme anyway. I'm probably going to go for a bit of armor. So one thing you might want to do is go for hey, Adrian just became a patron of the sciences again. Welcome back, Adrian. I'll have to rename one of my mighty warriors after you. So because I'm planning on having quite a bit of heavy armor, I might want to take armor, right? More chance of getting some like magical armors and stuff. As your warband rank increases, the chance of receiving higher quality items increases. So the other way of saying that is, at the start, you're only going to get white items, so it's not really that big of a deal. But later on, you know, Yeah, I don't think really it's going to really make it. Honestly, these ones, I don't think they make that much difference. But if you were going to go for a pure gun one, I'd probably take Gunsmith, but I don't think it's a bad idea. I think even if you want to make a gun warband for Mercs, I'd recommend you go full melee first, then get established, and then once you're established and pretty solid, got a solid warband, then you start phasing in your missile troops and go for a more of an Overwatch missile troops later on. Yeah, so Armorer's Apprentice gives you a 10% chance to get a free shield or helmet. So that one could be a good one. Yeah, I might go for that. Hey, Posthumer. But yeah, I don't think these items really are going to make that much impact. You'll see as we play along how much we get from it. Probably like, you know, every couple of days we'll get a free helmet or whatever, but it'll just be like it won't be that important, you know. All right, cool. So now we've got our little veteran skills. So when you first start, you won't have any veteran skills, so you don't have to worry about this. But just for as you do unlock them, I'd say, yeah, Explorer is probably the most important. Gives you more chance of getting more choices for which missions you want to get. Negotiator is kind of handy, but it's not really that big of a deal. And Librarian is really good for just unlocking those enchantments, which you're probably going to be grinding for months to get if you want to get every single enchantment in the game. So that just kind of speeds that up a bit. All right, Warband Management. So now we're gonna buy our warband. So at the start, you've only got 5 slots. You've got your leader. You can have 1 hero, and you have 3 henchmen. So my strategy is pretty much the same for all of the warbands at first. That when you get more developed, you can go into more other stuff. But yeah, I'd take melee henchmen for all of your henchmen. So you do have a ranged option for Mercs, and these guys are quite good. You can give them guns as well, but we're not going to go for any guns at first. We're going to go for warriors. Just going to get 3 warriors. And when you get a new warrior, you got 3 red pills, right? It costs 2 red pills to do your first attack each turn. So they've got enough red pills to do 1 attack, and they don't have enough red pills to do 2 attacks. So if they had 4 red pills, which they will, once they get to level 3, they'll have 4 red pills, so they could do 2 attacks with a one-handed weapon. But doing 2 attacks with 2-handed weapons cost more red pills after every attack. So the first one costs 2, second one costs 3. So basically what that means is when you first start off, you want to have 2 weapons so that your single attack can be as much damage as possible. But once you get to level 3, and you can't do 2 attacks with 2 weapons, but you can do 2 attacks with 1 weapon, it's actually probably better to switch back to having 1 weapon. But yeah, so that's a good little tip though. When you first start, just give all of you guys 2 weapons. If they come with a one-handed weapon, buy another weapon from the shop and equip them with a second weapon in there offhand. So we can go to the store and just see whether they've got any helmets or armor. Oh, wait, store, sorry. So we've got 3 helmets that we can buy from the store. Anyway, and we'll get a hero as well. So at the start, you'll have only access to this Youngblood hero if you haven't bought the DLC. Youngblood's he's okay. He's a pretty decent hero. He can be an agility. He can be like an agility tank. He can have 15 agility. 15 agility allows him to get like the master level agility skills. So he can be quite a good dodger. So you go like light armor or cloth to give him maximum amount of dodging. And yeah, he can be a really good dodger. You can also make him a shooter. Can go up to 15 ballistic skill, and he's got 15 accuracy. So he can be a sort of a crit guy. Like the accuracy stuff, the level 15 is what you need to get mastery in some of the accuracy stuff, like there's crit and that sort of thing. Excuse me. Yeah, his weapon skill only goes up to 12 though, so he's not going to be as good at parrying as some of the other characters. And later on you'll get access to a bunch of other heroes as well. But yeah, if you buy the DLC, you can get a smuggler hero. She can shoot, but you can see she's got 15 weapon skill and 15 ballistic skill max, so she can be a decent melee guy as well. And she's got some cool abilities. She can drop mines that people will then walk over and blow up. And she's extra fast as well. She's got 7 movement. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I was thinking for this game, I was thinking about going for a Priest of Ulrich theme. Ulrich's the god of wolves, war, and winter. Ulrich's like the OG god of he's like the OG god of the Empire before Sigmar came around. Sigmar actually worshipped Ulrich when he was born, when he was just a man. So yeah, so I'm gonna take an Ulrich priest. When you buy the DLC as well, you get a couple for free for each of your warbands. You get two free ones. So yeah, so we don't have to pay for our first one. Do they have oh, this one comes with a helmet. Doesn't have any injuries, but he's got a helmet. Cool. All right, so now we've got a hero, and we've got our companions. We'll call him Adrianus. Adriax. Adrianac. That sounds pretty, yeah, Adrianac. That sounds pretty, Ulrich in my opinion. Alright. Now we could give him heavy armor, but heavy armor will slow your movement down by 2 squares, which is really bad at the start because you want to try and keep all you guys together. That's really the most important survival thing that you can do, is keep all you guys together. Age of Darkness. Is Age of Darkness the one, the roguelike kind of city builder one? All right, yeah, and like I said before, we'll give him a 2-handed weapon because he's got 5. The hero started with 5 red pills, so his first attack with a 2-handed weapon will cost 2 red pills, and his second one will cost 3. So he's got the perfect amount of red pills to do 2 attacks with a 2-handed weapon. Whereas if he had a 1-handed weapon, he could hit once for 2, a second time for 2, and then he'd have one extra pill that wouldn't do anything. So yeah, so that's fine for him to have that 2-handed weapon. Note that he's got no real defense, right? Like if he had he can't parry because he doesn't have a parry weapon. But if he could parry, his parry would be pretty weak and his dodge is like almost non-existent. So we're not going to be trying to dodge or block or parry anything. We're just going to be killing them before they kill us. That's the strategy when you first start. It's all about just placement and yeah, that's right. Yeah, I played Age of Darkness a fair bit. It's good fun. All right, now this is our captain. So, oh yeah, sorry, and also every character has a unique skill. So if you go in here and see, this guy's got the Heart of the Wolf. Increases the chance to pass all alone fear terror tests by 35%. Affects such skills as threaten or intimidate. So if you look down here at his resistances, his all alone check is 77%, which is very high, even though he's only got 4 leadership. So every time I put points into leadership, he gets another 3% more. So he's already at 70. He's already at 77. So if we put another 8 points into that, then he'd be at like 101% chance to pass his psychological test. So that's really good. It means he's reliable. He's not going to run, right? Just going to stand and fight, which is good. You can change the way they look and everything, which is pretty cool. Like color setups. I think what's the Ulrican color is kind of like blue, isn't it? Bit of blue action. There's different models for their arms. Give them like heavy armor arms. Heavy armor legs. Furry legs. Boot legs. Got a loincloth. Oh yeah. Even the full full cloth loincloth looks pretty good. Cloak. Black cloak. And his belt pouch. Scroll. Books and scrolls. Pretty good. Alright, beard color. I can have full beard or yeah, full beard, I think. Take his helmet off for a second. We got mohawk, we got wolf thing, or just straight bald. I think we've got to go for the mohawk. Tabard. Tabards go over your shoulders, I think. Oh, yeah, the blonde's pretty good. Blonde's pretty good. Oh no, let's go white. There we go. He's venerable. I like it. All right, cool. So Adrianak, the wolf priest of Ulrich, is our lad. Oh yeah, we'll give him his helmet back. Sorry. Boom. So helmet gives you an extra 5% armor absorption, and it gives you 10% stun resist, which is pretty good. Although it reduces your chances for arcane spellcasting. He does have a Ulrican spell, increases hit chance and melee damage by 10%, grants immunity to all alone, prevents fleeing, disengage, and ranged attacks, etc. Not stackable. So yeah, and when he gets mastery level, it increases melee hit chance and damage by 20%, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so it costs 2 points. So it's interesting there. It costs 2 points, which is the same as a one-handed attack or a single attack, and you increase their damage and hit chance by 20%. So it could be kind of good if you have a character that's doing heaps of damage. But yeah, like doing heaps of attacks. Sorry. There's no magic items in the store or anything. Should we give him an axe or a greatsword? I'll give him an axe. That's cool. All right, so we've got our Ulrican priest there. The rest of our boys, we'll give them, set them up in blue as well, blue and white. They're blue and white. 5 is about the blue and the whitest so far. Ulrican. And our main guy, so this guy's got a special skill that increases his parry chance by 10%. So he's going to be better at parrying than anybody else. So it doesn't mean you have to make him a parry guy, but it's just be aware that, you know, that's his thing. He's better at parrying than everybody else. And also after a successful parry attempt, it reduces the cost of a counterattack by 1 offense point. So normally when you parry, it reduces the cost of a counterattack by 1, but his is additionally an additional 1. So basically he can counterattack for free, even if he's got no red pills. So he's really good at like holding the line and just killing people that are trying to attack him and stuff. Now you can wear light armor. You can wear light armor and it doesn't reduce your movement, but does reduce your dodge chance. But he's not going to dodge anyway. He's going to parry, right? So it doesn't affect that. We can give him a helmet as well. Buy a helmet from the shop. There we go. And we can change him to be Ulrican colors, blue and white, glory. There's a proper name for a loincloth. Yeah, I think I do know what you mean. I think of it off the top of my head now, though. All right. Anyway, you get the gist of it. So we'll take our warriors into combat. If we wanted to increase the chances of these guys surviving, we could give them light armor as well. So at the moment they've got cloth on. The cloth reduces their gives them increased dodge chance by 10%, but no armor absorption. Or we could go to the store and we can buy some light armor. Oh no, we can't. There's none in there. What you can do as well, as a little bit of a scam, is you can go in and buy, if there's no more stuff in your shop that you want to buy, you can go in and buy these. Just check out all of your hired swords and see if any of them are equipped with any gear. So this guy's got light armor on as well. So we could hire him and get his armor off him. No, she's not. No, she's not wearing light armor. But yeah, we hire this guy. We can't put him into our squad because we haven't got a slot for a hero. But we can go into him and steal his armor. And then we can give it to one of these fine fellas. And we could also give him helmet. There's 2 left. The helmet we give him more stun resistance, or you give him a pendant, which gives him plus 5% chance to pass an all-alone test, a leadership sort of test. All right, we've got our little warband ready to rock and roll. Oh yeah, these guys have their special skill is momentum. After they deal melee damage, then their melee hit chance is increased by 20% for the next attack. Yeah, they don't. It's not the best. It's not the best ability though, because they only have enough red pills to do 1 attack at the start. Eventually they'll have enough red pills to do 2 attacks. But yeah, at the start it's only 1 attack. So, you know, and it's sort of, yeah, it's just not really that great because it's sort of like if you hit the first time, then it'll make you have more likely to hit the second time. But it's like if you can't hit the enemy and you miss the first time, then it doesn't help you to hit the same time. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like only, yeah, it's okay, but it's not like super great. Anyway, all right, so we've got our Mordheim themed warband. I'm planning on getting some hammers and stuff in here later on. We've already got, they come by default with mace and hammer, so that's not too bad, but I feel like some dual hammer wielding action could be good. Okay, so we've got 3 different missions that we can choose from. At the start, all your missions are going to be white. They're going to be like average ones, very poor, etc. But later on, you'll be able, as your warband ranks up and stuff. I think after the first 2 missions, you tend to start getting like better ones. But yeah, so with the scouts that I was talking about before, we get a discount, so our scouts are cheaper because of my veteran skill, and we get more. We get better missions basically when we do it. So I'll just show you. So yeah, so we like, I think when you first start, like the first couple of missions, you never get any high quality ones, so don't worry about it. But yeah. So what are you looking for a safe mission? So you're trying to get ones where all of you guys are going to be together, ideally. So this is like the worst thing you can do. Both warbands are scattered randomly around the area, scared by something. So you guys are going to be all mixed up together. You're not going to have much control over who's going to, you know, how your engagement's going to happen. Whereas if you get one like, if you get one like this, both warbands divide into 3 strike teams and disperse in the area. Now that one's that means there's going to be 3 groups, 1 of up to 4 and 2 groups of up to 3, and they're going to be interspersed with each other. So it's going to be your guy, their team, your team, their team, your team. You know, so you're going to be all split. So it's not as bad as being scattered and all mixed together, but it's still not that great. Ideally, you want one where you're both of your warbands are deployed tightly around your wagons, separate from each other. But yeah, we haven't got any of those, unfortunately. Okay, so this one's average, very poor. This one's average, very poor as well. But this one's marked for... So the other thing is the mission type, the secondary mission type. So this one's marked for death. That means there'll be one guy in the enemy team, or 2 or 3 sometimes, and you have to kill those specific guys and loot their bodies to get the bonus experience and bonus loot. Whereas this one, Wordstone Rush, just means that you have to collect more than 50% of the Wordstone in the map, and in order to get the bonuses. So that's generally the easiest one to get. That one's the easiest one to get. That one's the second easiest one to get, and this one is almost impossible to get. So in terms of rewards, you want to avoid these crush their will ones that look like wagons. You want to go for the Wordstone Rush most of the time. Although as you progress and you have more guys in your warband, we've only got 5 guys in our warband, so we can't carry very much. We can't cover as much territory, you know. Later on, when you've got 10 guys in your warband, Wordstone Rush is going to be really easy. At the start, it's not as easy, but yeah. Yeah, Vision to Dead, it's like initially you'll have, when you've only got 5 guys in your warband, you'll probably only have to kill 1 of their guys. Once you have like 6 or 7, you probably have to kill 2, and once you get 10 guys in your warband, you probably have to kill 2 or 3. I'm just trying to think, it might actually, Crush and Will might actually mean Mark for Death might actually be easier, because like I said, we've only got 5 guys. Anyway, so if you don't have any good options, going for one like this, like one warband deploys tightly around its wagon, the other is scattered randomly. So you might be the one that's deployed tightly around your warband, so at least there's a chance that it's going to be good for you. So it's kind of, these ones are not too bad, I think. Anyway, let's go for this one on this particular. Oh yeah, so launch and deploy means that there's going to be like 12 or more spots on the map where you can place your guys, and you'll be able to choose which of those spots that you want to put them in. And when you first start out, I highly recommend you choose that. It's much safer. You can, you know, choose where you guys are going to go. But once you get a bit more experience with it, it's way more exciting, and it keeps the game moving quicker if you just do launch mission, and the game will just randomly place you guys wherever they feel like it.
Warband and scattered them in the ruins. They soon recover from their fright. But before the warriors can regroup, an enemy warband arrives and deploys near their wagon.
Mordheim, let's go.
A new round has started.
So we're waiting. See, up the top's got the initiative order. We're waiting for number 63 initiative to go. And this guy's number 50, so I'm going to have to wait for all their guys to go before us. I think having heavier armor slows down your initiative. Having slower weapons slows down your initiative, and also your your stats can affect what your initiative is going to be. In the top left of the screen there is our morale. So you can see our morale's 42 over 16, and their morale's 46 over 18. Once their morale goes below that lower number, then they have to roll to see if they're gonna rout. Hey, Supertramp. This time I think I'm going for an Ulrican, like an Middenheim Ulrich sort of theme. So we're going to be wearing blue. We're going to be having lots of hammers, lots of armor, lots of warrior ethos action. Lots of beards. It's all about beards and hammers. Yeah, and axes and hammers. Okay, so it's my turn. So first of all, you can press the middle mouse key, and then you can look around the map to see where you want to go. So you can see our guys are scattered as shit, like they're all over the place. This is the worst thing. This is really bad, right? But the good thing, like I said, is that their warband is deployed tightly around their wagon. So even though our guys are all scattered everywhere, which is really bad, at least we know that their guys are all over here. Whereas if we're scattered and they're scattered as well, they'd be all mixed in between our guys, and there'd be all this random engagements happening. So at least this way, we can sort of say, okay, we know they're roughly over here somewhere. We'll try and group up maybe over here, and then we can have an orderly fight with them. That's what we're going to try and do. So and also what you can do is like left click on the mouse and put a marker, and you'll be able to see that. So if we look over here, you can see, yeah, you can see that blue marker there that I just put down. Okay, so we could just jump. We can go down here and we can just jump off there. 46% chance to jump down without hurting ourselves. But if we do fall down, if we fail, we'll take 6 to 16 damage. Alternatively, we can just run down the stairs like this. Every time you cross one of these blue, so if you see on the bottom left there, you can see my blue pills. Every time I cross the blue circle, it uses another blue pill. This guy's got quite a bit of movement, so it sort of pays for us to use the extra movement to get here. If you get to your warband, if you get to your wagon, you can interact with it to pray. And what that does is it gives you basically a free dodge every turn. Gives you a free dodge every turn. And no, sorry, no, it doesn't. If you're still there, if you're still theirs, that gives you a free dodge and extra movement. If you do yours, it gives you that buff that you can see in the bottom left there. 25% wordstone resistance and plus 25 to all alone tests for 2 turns. All right. No. Ambush stance means anyone that comes within a certain distance of me, I'll charge at them automatically. Yeah, so this guy's over here. I want to get him over. I want to get all my guys grouped up here as fast as possible. I don't want to mess around too much with looting because it might slow me down. But this one here, so I've used by moving off this. If you move more than, like, you can move a little bit before the blue pill gets used, but once you move a certain amount, then the blue pill goes down, and then the circle pops, right? Now, once you cross this threshold, then it'll make a new circle, but it doesn't drop the pill until you move off the spot. So because there's a loot here, we can move a bit further to get to this loot, right? There we go. It's off. We're off, right? But if we move back a little bit, there you go. Now we haven't used the pill. Well, we sort of have, but we sort of haven't. I don't know. Anyway, we like loot this, right? But we don't pick it up. And what that does is it moves the spot. So before the spot was a little bit further away, but now the spot's right on top of this. And then that means I can move a bit further. And then now the spot's here, right? Move back so the spot goes away. Get in range of the loot. And then I fake loot again. Cancel. And now the spot will reset again to where I'm standing now. See? So originally the spot was here. And then I moved here a bit, looted. Moved here a bit, looted. Moved here a bit, looted. Now the spot's over there. So if you have enough things you can loot, you can actually chain these together, and you can just move all the way across the map, you know, from spot to spot, you know, kind of thing. But anyway, so yeah, we'll get this one. So it didn't cost us any movement. However, once you pick it up, you'll get a chance to get wordstone poisoning. But sometimes you get good ones. So we got +5 melee and ranged resistance. That's pretty cool. All right, so I want to get around this corner. Now, I could move all the way to here, but I might grab this. Since this wordstone's here, this wordstone's only worth 1. It's like 1 wordstone shard, whereas this one over here is worth 5. So it's a bit more valuable. It's the shard. It's both here and it's not. That's right. Did we get another one? No, that one didn't do anything, I don't think. It's cool. Alright. Still got 3 pills left, so we get over here as close as we can. Okay. So, even though I was halfway through my movement, because he shot me at that exact point, that wastes the rest of my movement. So now my guy's like stuck here, right? Now, what I could do is I can go in ambush stance. That means if anyone moves in that radius, then my guy will charge over and attack them. However, if they move over there, that means I'll charge that direction, which is further away to my captain who's up there, right? So what I'm going to do instead is I'm not going to ambush. I'm just going to stand there. That way, if someone attacks me, I'll still have my 3 red pills so I can counterattack on their turn. You can use your red pills on their turn to counterattack if they attack you. So yeah, so since I can only attack once, I may as well wait for them to attack me first and then I can counterattack. Okay. Okay, this guy's over here. It's pretty fucking far away. Oh yeah, there's a loot here. Get some wordstone from there as well. But I think I'm going to skip that one because it would be like, it would use my move. Like if I don't take it, I can move all the way over here. Because if I would take that, then my movement's, you know, a bit screwed up. Alright, so I want to move out the door, but because the circle is going to be based on where I cross the line, I'll cross the line here, and then I can get all the way around here. It's better. And our captain is just through there. So we'll just make a straight run through there, and then yeah, our captain's right there, so we're getting close. Poison Wind, yeah, Poison Wind Globadier. If you're playing an evil race, the Poison Wind Globadier is really good, the Skaven DLC hero. But if you're playing as one of the human factions, you can't recruit Skaven into your army, thankfully. Oh, this is a cluster. So I do want to get this guy over near my gang as fast as possible. And again, you know, survival is really probably the most important. Well, survival's pretty important, but you want to collect as much of this stuff as you can. So let's grab it. The good thing about this is that we can collect all the wordstone in one go if we had enough slots for it. Because see where like we can get all of these bits. So yeah, let's get the shard first. Got 5 pieces of wordstone basically. Yeah, you rarely ever use perception, that's for sure. I'm not going to pick up the little ones because I've only got 3 slots, and I want to save one. I want to save one in case I kill one of the enemies, and I want to loot his token. We have to kill 2 guys, and they've only got 5 guys in their squad. So I don't know. I feel like it's pretty likely we're going to rout them and win the game before we actually get to loot the 2 guys that we need to get. The game is about risk and reward, and we take too many risks. That's probably accurate, yeah. There's another one over there, but it's only a 1-pointer, so I won't worry about that too much. Alright. I'm going to get this guy over towards our captain as well. And again, I'm not going to ambush with this guy because he might get pulled back away, and I don't want him to go over there. God damn. Alright, I don't think there's no stairs. This guy's just stuck up in the middle of... So I want to go that way. We can jump down here, only 40% chance to succeed. We could jump down there. I think I might just jump down here and take the damage. We're probably going to fail and get hurt, but yeah, 11 damage. But at least we're down now, we don't have to screw around anymore. Alright, so there's our compadre. Now I'm gonna go in ambush attempts with this guy. So basically what's going on here is that other guy, the henchman there is our front line. He's probably going to get hit by their enemies coming in charging on him. But the first guy that hits him is probably not going to kill him. But then maybe a second guy is going to come in. And you know, that second guy or the third guy might kill him, right? So I'm going to put this guy in ambush stance, right? So anyone who comes into that radius, maybe I'll move this way a little bit more. Anyone who comes into that radius, I'm going to ambush. So the first guy is probably going to charge and hit my henchman, and I'm not going to be able to do anything. But if they try and get like 3 other guys to come around him and surround him from every side, they won't be able to, because my guy will run in and engage them. So yeah, so basically we don't have any defensive like dodge skill or parry skill really. Our only defense is that we try to spread the damage. We try to make sure that each guy only takes like 1 or 2 hits and doesn't die. That's basically survival at the start. And also we're going to try to take all the hits as we can on our henchmen, so that if anyone does die, it's our henchmen, not our heroes. Ooh. Damn it. That almost worked. Big crit. Boom. That guy's not doing anything else this turn. In the name of Ulrich. Oh dear. This is their hero. So we've got a Priest of Ulrich and they've got a Paladin, a Templar Knight. Okay, now I can either attack twice and have 1 red pill left over, or I can do a charge which costs 3 red pill. And this guy, even though I'm trying to protect my heroes, this guy is actually my most defensive guy, so I might want to like get him a little bit more exposed. Alright, very good. We'll attack again. No, nice, this guy's nearly down. Now, we're going to put in parry chance. Now, if somebody attacks him and he successfully parries, we'll be able to counterattack them for free, even though we don't have any red pills left. So that's what his specialty is, I guess. Yeah, so this guy's not going to be able to get in. Oh, yeah, just can make it. So even though I can't actually make it into combat, I can charge. And your charge gives you 1 extra movement, basically, but it costs you an extra red pill. Now, it says I've got 71% chance to hit, but because that guy's stunned, it's 100% chance to hit. You always hit automatically on stunned characters. Executed. Alright, good. We got an advantage now. And that's one of the guys that we needed to loot in order to get our secondary objective. And that's the other one. So if we kill these 2 guys and loot them before anyone else comes, then we get our bonus XP and stuff. Oh, he's got a shard also. Oh, crap. Alright, well, I guess I'll just take the shard. Yeah, so yeah, that guy's in ambush stance, but there's sort of nothing for it. We're just gonna have to pull him out and take it, because he's got the same amount of movement as us. So if you look at this guy, you can press middle mouse and then press Alt to go through the different things, and you can see his stats. So you see movement 6, it's the same as our movement. We've got movement 6 as well. But as soon as I get to the point where I could charge him, he's going to instantly charge me. So there's, yeah, nothing you can do about it. The only thing you can really do is if there's a trap on the ground, you can make him charge through the trap, but yeah. Alright, there's the charge. We're going to take a big hit. Oosh. And then we're going to counterattack him, and then he's going to counterattack me again. And then my guy's gonna nearly die. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, beautiful. we've got 25% chance to dodge. That's not really reliable. So we have to try and kill him before he gets to counterattack us, ideally. If we get a tiny bit more movement, that'd be good. No, I can't quite make it around there. That's all right. Okay, so we're not going to charge because if we walk in, we can hit twice, whereas if we charge, we only get one attack. So we'll just walk into combat. Got a 10% dodge chance, but he's not gonna.
A new round has started.
He's not gonna dodge. Oof. I think I was super lucky. No, only swords can parry. Swords and halberds can parry. No other weapons. Okay, so this guy, we need to get his token to get our extra XP.
Objective completed. Objectives updated.
And we also have to get this guy's token. Oh, bro. Oh, that's nice. So, anyway, so kill this guy, and we'll get his token. And you see that? Oh yeah, see their morale there, 18 over 18. I think now they have to roll a morale test. So we'll see next time they get an action whether they have to roll a morale test. Actually, a good point. I might grab a halberd. We don't need the bow.
Objective completed.
Yeah, Priest of Ulrich with halberd sounds pretty good. All right, and now this other guy will we might charge him. So we've got 3 pills left. We may as well charge. Okay, we got rid of his dodge. And then we'll go parry. Alright, now this guy. So we can walk in and hit with 83% chance, or we can charge in and hit with 73%. Get minus 10% accuracy for charging. But it does 50% extra damage though. So the 10%, 10% less hit chance, 50% extra damage. So it's kind of always be charging. Charging's good. Boom. Now the good thing about this is there's three of our guys on him. So if there's two guys that aren't engaged with anybody else engaged with your guy, then you have to roll a leadership test. Yeah, all alone. See, his all alone test is 39%. He's got 39% chance to not run away, but if he fails it, then he's not going to be able to fight back on his turn. Also, because we've got 3 guys there, that means there's less chance. So if he hits if he hits our henchman there with no helmet on, he's probably going to die. So now we've got 3 guys on him. Even if he doesn't fail his all alone, hopefully he might not hit the same guy again. So he might live. It's just trying to spread that damage around onto people that aren't going to die. Or even just kill him so we don't have to worry about it. Even better. Alright, he's got a fragment, but it's not a big deal. All right. Can we see any other enemies? No, we can't see any other enemies. So this guy's got low health, so I'm gonna just leave him at the back. Hopefully, hopefully no enemies can get him here. Boom, and they failed their route test, and we win. So yeah, so that's basically how you want to do it. You know, you want to just try to manage who takes the damage. You know, so that you can try not to have anyone go down, and also put your henchmen or your expendable guys, you know, at the front as like a human shield, so that if an unexpected charge comes out of the darkness, it's going to hit one of your henchmen. Hopefully, he might die, and then your heroes come in and counterattack for the win. So the treasury there is what we looted during the battle. We got 1 cluster and 4 shards. The battleground victory is just you get a random you get a certain percentage of random loot out of what was remaining on the battlefield that we didn't pick up. That battleground victory is just what we collected because we won the battle. We get control of the battlefield. We get to loot a percentage of whatever's remaining. And then down the bottom, the extra rewards, that's just some extra loot that we got because we killed those 2 guys and took their tokens.
A warrior needs a bit of luck.
Flawless victory, yeah, that's it. No one died. It's a good day in Mordheim. Okay, our captain leveled up. He got MVP. He took out 1 enemy. So because we did the extra quest, we got 3 extra XP for that. And because we also won the battle while doing the extra quest, we got an extra 1 point. So we basically got 4. We got 4 extra XP because we did the secondary objective. And he only got 5. Other than that, he only got 4 other XP. So basically, he got the most XP out of any of our guys, and he doubled his XP because we did that secondary objective. So the secondary objectives are really important for leveling up. Plus, they give you extra loot as well. Yeah, so this guy only got 2 XP out of the battle, and then he got 4 XP because we did the extra quest, right? This is loot that we got. When you go back to camp, you got to pay your minions. Yeah, if you go for Wordstone Rush, you can pretty much always complete Wordstone Rush, I think. Pretty easy usually. Especially later in the game once you got more guys. At the start, it's a little bit harder, but yeah. Alright, cool. So our warband is leveling up. So we're nearly up to warband level 1. Once we go up again, we get an extra henchman slot. So instead of having 3 guys, we'll be able to bring in 4 henchmen. Alright, now here's our warband. So after you go in, you can level up all you guys. So for this guy, we want to focus on weapon skill because that gives him more chance to hit, and it gives him less chance for enemies to hit, and it gives him more parry chance. And he's our parry specialist. Also going to give him some leadership. There's some leader skills that I'm going to take with him later, maybe, and also it means that he's got less chance to fail his all alone test, like if he gets surrounded. On these guys, I'm not planning on these guys surviving until late game. I'm going to keep replacing them all the time. But we can keep them until they get to around level 1 or 2. I'm going to level them up to... Once you get to 6 strength, you get an extra item slot to pick up stuff so you can carry more stuff. So I'm basically going to aim to have them 6 strength and as much weapon skill as possible. Once you get to 9 toughness, there's a good one because you can get a skill called Resilient that gives you you get a skill called Resilient that gives you 10% extra critical hit resistance, so you don't get crits on you. So that's a really good one. Plus toughness gives you more hit points and stuff. Strength is it gives you more damage and you can carry more stuff. But also if you get to strength 12, then you can get armor proficient, which allows you to get rid of the -2 movement penalty from wearing heavy armor, and at master level also gives you 5% extra armor absorption, so it makes you a lot more tanky. So yeah, so I want to definitely want to go for 9 toughness and 12 strength with this guy. Just a matter of which one we're going to go for first. I don't know. Might go for toughness. Try and keep Adrianak alive a little bit longer. And yeah, we'll give him some more leadership so he can pass his all alone checks. So that's how we went. So when you first start, like I was saying, I just go as many melee guys as you can, because getting outnumbered is really bad, and being able to outnumber the enemy is really good. So the more melee guys you have, the more bodies that you have to throw into the melee fight in order to get more outnumber them, and the more bodies you have to cycle in and out. So when one guy gets damaged, you can pull him to the back, have somebody else go up the front to be the ablative armor guy. And another thing that a trick that they're going to get into later on. But what you can do is this is a less immersive way to play. It's actually kind of more fun if you just keep all of your guys and give them names and level them up and stuff. But, a way to mitigate the heartbreak when you guys die is just pick a couple of guys that are your important guys. So for this guy, it's my captain and my Ulrican priest, Adrianak. These are the only 2 guys I care about. These guys I'm going to level up as fast as I can. I'm going to try to feed the kills to them because they get 1 extra XP for every kill. So I'm going to try to get them to get the killing blow so they get that extra XP. And these other guys, I'm going to just sacrifice them all the time to save these guys. And also, if these guys get too high a level, you just get rid of them and replace them with another level 0 guy. And that way your overall warband level will be lower and the AI will match your overall kind of level. So if these guys get to level 5, if I have level 5 and he's level 5, and these guys are all level 0, then the total amount of levels in my warband will be like level 10, right? So the AI will kind of spread that around, so they'll have like 5 guys that are level 2, which doesn't really make them very strong. Whereas we'll have 3 guys that are level 0 that are not much weaker than their level 2 guys, but we'll have 2 guys that are level 5, which are much stronger. So yeah, you can excuse me. So you can basically game the system, I guess, by having a small amount of like super strong, super elite guys, and then have the rest of your warband all be level 0. And the more guys you have in your warband, the more powerful it is, because you're basically putting all your value into a couple of elite guys that are not that you can protect easily, and then you have a bunch of expendable guys. You don't care if you lose them, basically. You can do it even better with vampires because they have zombies that are literally expendable. Like when they die, it doesn't affect you or anything. Nurbin said the AI doesn't go over 2,436 in brutal missions. So yeah, so we don't have access to brutal missions yet, but as you level up and get further into the game, you'll first you have normal missions or average or whatever. Then you have hard. Then you have brutal, and then you have deadly. So I don't think we're going to have any of those yet.
A new shipment has been requested.
Normal. Yeah, I think the first couple of missions. Oh, here we go, brutal. So yeah, so a brutal mission is like 2 steps up from average, I think. Is there any hard? Hard, yeah. So there's normal, hard, and brutal, and then there's deadly. So brutal, the enemies have 30% extra hit points, and they do 30% more damage. Deadly missions, they do 45% more damage, and they have 45% more hit points. So yeah, so I think it's more fun to do the hardest levels that you can, and also you get a bit more XP. So on average, you don't get any penalty. On hard, you get +1 XP for all you guys. I think that's right. Or is it? Yeah, I think you get +1 on hard, +2 on brutal, and +3 on deadly. Like, so you get quite a lot more XP if you do brutal and deadly, but it's a lot more dangerous for you guys. What was I going to say? Yeah, so there's one brutal mission there, so we could check that out. So this is the sort of mission that you're looking for if you want a safe mission. Each warband deploys in a wide arc from their wagon, far from each other. So that's like that's the safest you can possibly have. So you're not going to be nowhere near each other. No one's going to be attacking anyone on the first turn, and you're going to have a couple of turns. You're going to have 1 or 2 turns at least to get all you guys together, get organized, and get ready to kill the enemy. You know. Whereas this one, the brutal one, one warband is divided into 3, and the other one is scattered randomly. So they're both just real bad, basically. So that's the one you don't want to choose. So we'll choose that. We'll choose that one. And then you want to choose launch and deploy, so you can pick exactly where you guys are going to go. So you can try to mitigate the danger. Yeah, I'll do that in this one. Yeah. So like normally I do the other one just to make it a bit more exciting.
Been discovered across the area, scattered in fright. Before they can regroup, you break your warband into 3 patrols to intercept and engage your disorganized rivals.
Okay, so we're going to split into 3 patrols. So there's going to be 2 areas that have 4 slots. One area that has 4 slots, which is this one. So you can see there's the slot that guy's on, and there's 3 other options there. And then there's going to be 2 other locations in the map where there's 3 and 3. Right. So yeah. Excuse me. So oh yeah, and there's their wagon there, right? That's cool. There's a lot of wordstone on this one. So yeah, so what you want to do in this situation, if you're choosing where you want to place your guys, what I normally do is like going with this theory of having like 1 or 2 important guys that you try to make sure are super safe, and then have the rest expendable. I try and put my important guys together in the 4 slotter, right? So I'll put this guy here, and we'll. Oh yeah, these henchmen have less movement as well. So whichever direction, I want to go this direction towards their wagon. So these 2 slots are slightly closer. So I'll put my henchmen in those 2 slots, right? And then this henchman, I want to put my other hero here. So this guy, I'm gonna just put him somewhere else. Yeah, I'll try and put him over here so he's a bit not too far away. And I'll put him there. Yep. Yeah, nice one, Evan. Yeah, good call. Do you know what the cap is for deadly, or is there a cap for deadly? Yeah, I've got to wait for the AI to place their guys and move their first few dudes. Oh yeah, you can also look at the wagon so you can see what your enemy is going to be. So that little chaos symbol means that we're going to be fighting the Chaos Warband this time around. One thing to know with Chaos Warbands is that they have guys that have weapon arms or bare hands, like things that attack that don't use weapons but use like built-in weapon arms or whatever. They bypass parry. So this guy that's a parry specialist is not very good against Chaos. Because half of their damage dealers can bypass parry. Not all of them can, but half of them can. Also, Chaos's Dark Soul henchmen, the big ugly looking ones that we'll see soon, they're immune to all the lone tests, so you don't get as much advantage by surrounding them. All right, so we're gonna go over here and see what we can see. So I think that it said that their warband was scattered. Also, this is a brutal mission, so they're going to do 30% more damage than us. Yeah, so that's their warband. That's their wagon, sorry. If we can get to their wagon and loot it, you get a morale bonus. And it's like, it's about similar to the amount that you get from killing one of their guys. So if we can get to their wagon and loot their flag, then basically it's like we've already killed one of their guys before we even attack them. Now I do want to get some wordstone, but the wordstone, when you pick up wordstone, you can get a curse from the wordstone, and they can be quite bad. But what we can do is go over here, and because he's got a lot of movement, this guy. Can't quite reach. I feel like it's always just one step out of range when you want to get these flags off your wagon. Oh no, we got it. Cool. So it only costs us one slot. So that gives us 25% wordstone resistance. Because when you pick up a wordstone piece, you can get special effects from them, good and bad, and they last about 3 turns generally. And because we're so close to their wagon, we're probably going to be in combat with them in less than 3 turns. So I didn't want to get bashed, but to get I didn't want to get like a negative. There we got a negative effect. Even with the 25% resistance, it didn't help us. So yeah, now we've got -5 weapon skill, ballistic skill, and accuracy. So now we're gonna have to fight with that debuff on, basically, which kind of sucks. But so it goes. I'll move up a little bit extra. Just to here. Now I'm going to go against a wall. And I'm... Yeah, I'm going to go in ambush stance. So if they come around the wall, I'm going to attack them, then they'll attack me, and then I'll counterattack them again. Ooh. Saw somebody run around the corner. It's fun starting a new warband. Because it's so grindy, this game, so you tend to just keep playing like on and on with the same warband all the time. But it's actually really fun starting a new warband. I don't know why, it just seems extra exciting. Alright. I'm going to put this guy out here. I'm going to put him in ambush stance as well. So that, by having, you can go into defensive stances, especially if you've got a shield and you've got high parry and you're not up against chaos. That can be quite good. But it makes it easier for the enemies to stack up on you. Whereas if you have like 4 guys and they're all in ambush stance, then it's really hard for the AI to stack up on one guy, because they'll hit the first guy will ambush them. They'll bring in a second guy and they'll try to maneuver around the outside, and then another one of you guys will ambush that guy and pin him onto so you guys will grab them all and you'll pull them all out into 1v1 sort of fights. As long as you've got like one more extra guy more than them at the end to sort of so you can start doubling up on them. Well, as long as you've got more, as long as they're running into your group, you've got the extra guys so you can outnumber them. That sort of works well. Just, yeah, you don't want them to like initially get like dogpile one of you guys with 2 or 3 of theirs and smash them. This guy's exposed by himself. And I kind of want to run in and meet them there. So their leader is just here somewhere. Don't know where he is. No. What we could do is... So yeah, if we go here and don't like go as far to the right as we can, I think we might just be able to get back around that wall. And also means that if they... Yeah, I think this might just get us back around there. We don't really want any of this stuff. I'll take the great axe because it's worth 10 gold, I guess. Or whatever, you know, a bit more. Right, I won't ambush because sometimes your ambushes won't work, and then it costs you 2 points to do your ambush, and then if it doesn't land, then you've just wasted it. Whereas if you just stand there, if they attack you, then you get to always counterattack them. There's another shard over there, but I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste my movement. Be caught out, you know, too far away from my bros. Check out this bad boy. Heavy armor, big axe. Alright, so if anyone comes down there, we're just like all set up to ambush the hell out of them.
A new round has started.
What hero do they get? Oh, they get the Marauder, I think, as their starting hero. That's a Dark Soul. They're the ones that are immune to all alone. Yeah. Okay, so we get to counterattack him. Okay, so we could run in there and try and rescue him, but I think we're going to just go with our original plan, which is to go down here and take these guys on. Since this guy's got the Wordstone resistance, I'm gonna... Oh, which one's the guy that we want to kill? Oh, we can't see him yet. Alright. So there's a guy in there, but if we go in there, there's only one spot, like there's only one doorway that we can enter by. So we'll be stuck in a 1v1 versus him. That guy doesn't penetrate dodge, so I would be able to parry his abilities, and we'd probably beat him in a 1v1, but we take more damage and stuff. Whereas if we go after this other guy, we're probably going to take a big ambush attack from him. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But it's all right. And now all of our other goons can run in and stack up on him. Minus parry chance. Oh, because I've got the -5 melee skill, my parry chances for shit now. So that was, yeah, what I was saying about the Wordstone. Nice. Alright. Just watch out, there's no other folks around. We'll go for a big charge. Miss, alas. Big charge number 2. Yeah, no, again, he's not going to have... there's no all-alone test for this guy. But at least there's 3 different targets for him to split his damage on. Parry, nice. And now we get a free counter attack. So that's their leader. So he gets 2 attacks. He's now their leader is not immune to all alone. So if we can get 2 more guys attack onto him, then that would be good. Okay, so they've just pulled it into a big brawl now. Now, what I want to do, because my leader now is very damaged, he's gotten hit twice by their guy already. So I'm going to try to stack this guy onto their leader so that we can... yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get back to there. So we should be able to charge their leader. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to steal their idol. That's going to give us a free dodge, and it's going to give us a extra movement as well. So you see our blue circle is now bigger. We got extra movement. We'll do a charge. Hopefully that's not a trap over there. Actually, no, we don't need the charge anymore because we've got the extra movement now. Sorry, just walk in. All right, we'll hit this guy. Bam. Now we're not going to be able to kill him, but at least you know, he's got 2 different targets he's got to split his attention with. Yeah, well, Empire today. I thought we'd do a start a new warband stream. Yeah, now he's got 2 daggers. This guy, all right. He's a bit of an edgelord. Yeah, so this is a 1v1 here. We might not win it because they do 30% extra damage because it's brutal. So we can't really win in 1v1s very reliably. Ooh. Ooh. I'll try and kill this guy. I don't think we might. Oh wow, good. So now he can't counterattack me, so yay for us. Oh, and our debuff wore off as well. Boom. All right, we're up now. That was it. There you go. So we didn't get to do the extra objective, but at least we got a quick win.
When the
no one
Baron
died.
hears how you decimated the enemy, he will be as pleased as a halfling in a pie shop.
Ogre marksman noblars.
Gold by way of gratitude.
It'd be funny if you could do that, like get goblins. Imagine how cool would it be if you had goblin or greenskin warbands. So good.
Nice progress.
I saw the kill team box in the hobby store when I went in there. It looks so sexy. You get like Krieg. One of the kill teams is Krieg Guardsmen. You get like about 8 or 9 Krieg Guardsmen, all different, really cool models with the skull gas masks that the Kriegers have.
The gods are
and the
with
other
you.
warband is like Goth orcs, like the greenskins that have all like the black commando kind of outfits and stuff.
Fantastic.
But yeah, the models are really, really nice.
Your warband is getting stronger.
I got an extra henchman slot. Still haven't lost the guy yet. out of 2 missions. We must be blessed by Ulrich. Oh yeah, we need to rename our warband as well. So there's the Tutagen Guard, which are like, there's the Knights of the White Wolf. Maybe we could be the Sons of the White Wolf. Or the Wolf Claws. Sons of Ulrich. I know. Well, that can be a placeholder. We'll think of a better name later on. Okay, so our captain's hit level 1, and that means he can now take a skill. He can spend a skill point. Priest of Ulrich is a bit Mordheim, is it? Yeah, that's right. We're doing a Mordheim theme. But I think technically the human mercs in this are actually Reichland mercs. But, well, yeah, in Mordheim I think you could choose between different, there was a few different variants or whatever. But yeah, we have an Ulrican mercs. So we need to have a greybeard. We're going for a greybeard theme. These are Mordheimers. These dudes. Oh, what belts can we get? Scroll, pouch, or multiple pouches. We've got to go for the scroll. We've got the sacred words of Ulrich in our scroll there. Bit of heavy armor on the shoulder there. Nice. All right. So we could buy a skill, but if we do, like just say we go for like armor proficiency, we'll be out for 2 days. So we're not going to skip 2 days with a mission. So we need to hire a second lord, a second captain, like a backup captain or whatever, to take his place when he's training up his skills. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go. Normally I go armor proficient. I used to favor armor proficient. But yeah, it reduces your movement, and it's really important that you get all your guys together as fast as possible. That's one advantage that Skaven have. Even though Skaven are kind of weak in some ways, they're very fast, and they can just get all their guys together really quick, which gives them a really good advantage in a lot of battle and a lot of missions. But yeah, so armor is one I always look at going for. Another one I always go for is resilient. Resilient reduces your critical hit chance. When you take a critical hit, even if you don't go down, like taking critical hits gives you a chance of getting injuries, I believe. Actually, no, maybe not if you don't go down. I think maybe if you do go down, but you took a crit, I think you have a chance of getting additional injuries. So if you get crit twice and then you die, then you could get like 3 different injuries rather than just 1. But anyway, yeah, we'll keep going with leadership, strength or toughness. I think I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna go for some strength first. Yeah, we'll just level up our guys. Give some leadership, +1 strength. So now he's level 1. So if we wanted to, we could actually just sack him and take another level 0 guy to keep our warband level lower. But you know, it costs money to hire new guys and stuff. So at the start, it might be worthwhile just to keep them till they get to about level 2. Like if you're doing this strategy that I'm talking about, then I don't let them go above level 2. Or even just don't let them go above level 0 if you've got enough money to burn and you just want to keep keeping them as low as possible. And then meanwhile your main heroes will keep getting higher and higher, so that and then your main heroes will keep getting further and further above the average level, you know, so they'll be really strong. But we don't have to worry about that too much at the moment. So yeah, now they've got 6 strength. That means they can carry 1 extra item, so they'll be able to carry 4 items instead of 3. And that 1 extra leadership will give them a bit more chance of standing and holding the line when they get outnumbered. Because that mission was so quick, we might just do one more quick one. Oh yeah, we actually got this last yesterday, but before we missed the mission. So we've got a request now to send Wordstone to Baron von Leutdorfer. He wants 75. We've only got 70 total at the moment, but once we get enough, we put it all in here, and then we send the shipment off to him. And then after a few days, we'll get some money back, and our reputation will go up. Now, one thing I was confused about before, but now I realize, for trusted, once you get to level 2, you get trusted agent, and all Wordstone requests are now paid at 60%. And once you get to level 4, all Wordstone requests are now paid at 70%. Wordstone requests is only when they request it. So only your main faction, and only when it says requested. When you sell to one of these other ones, or when it's nothing's requested, it's not a Wordstone request. So these increases to the amount of money only affect once every 13. You get a request about every 10 to 13 days. I've got the negotiator skill, so for me it's like an extra 3 days longer than what it would normally be. It's a bit random, but it might be about 10 days, but for me it'll be an average of about 13 days between them. So yeah, especially if you've got a negotiator, the amount of times that you're getting that you're actually getting a request is quite rare. So these don't make, as I thought that they were quite impactful, but they don't really make that much difference to your total amount of gold, because it's only once every now and again that you actually have to get a request. But yeah, what you more want to be looking for with these is how much money you get. So if we send it to this guy, we don't get any money, right? Unless we go over the amount requested. But if we get this, then we're getting 60% of the money, so we're getting something, I guess. If we go to this guy and we send all this, we get 350 gold. And it'll be the same for this other guy. But the more that you pay one of them, the more that the others get like scarcity, and they want to pay you more, basically. So you can kind of go back and forth between them and get the most money that you can. And at the start, I'd recommend that. Like at the start, probably the most important thing is just getting as much money as you can. Oh, and make sure that you always send these requests before the timer runs out. You've got 13 days. It's easy. We already got 70 in 2 days, so it's easy to get them out. It does go up, but it's it'll still be easy later on as well. So at the start, you just want as much money as you can. In the end game, like one thing that I like to look for is what special troops that you get. So novices are Sisters of Sigmar troops, and flagellants are witch hunter troops. If you get to level 4 in this one, then you can you get to level 4 in this one, then you can unlock different types of henchmen. So instead of just warriors and marksmen, you can get warriors, marksmen, novices, and flagellants. So you have 4 different types of henchmen in your army. And then when you get to level 5, you get a special hero. For this one, you get marksman henchmen at level 4, and you get Sister Superior and Warrior Priest at level 5. For your main faction, you just at rank 4 you just get a leader, and at rank 5 you get one of your impressives, which is an ogre. They're for free as well. And then when you're into like the really late game, or the really kind of higher level stuff, I guess, is these books are really important. So these books allow you to put your stats up above the maximum that you can normally get. So a book of training in toughness means that your toughness, instead of, just say you've got toughness maximum of 12, they'll give you +3 to your maximum. It won't give you any extra points. It'll just mean that you'll be able to put more points into toughness. So these leadership, toughness, and weapon skill means that the maximums for those skills will go up by 3. Then if you get these tomes of, then a tome of abilities gives you more ability choice points, so you can take more skills. Tome of magic gives you more spells, and a martial grimoire gives you actually more points to spend in your martial. So it'll give you 3 more points, and you can spend it on either weapon skill, ballistic skill, or accuracy. So yeah, so those are kind of like once you get into like the late game perfect builds that you're trying to get set up, you know, those books will let you build like special guys that can do certain special things that you might not have been otherwise able to do. Anyway, so yeah, we'll do one more. We'll flick one more day, and then we'll do one more quick mission.
New hired swords are available.
Oh yeah, so our veteran ability, we got we just picked up an extra enchantment then. Enchantment of diplomats or something. It's not something I really want to use, but that's right. And we've got new hired swords. So if you check in here, now there was the original guys were all level 0 and stuff, right? But now we've got like a rank 6 Youngblood. Notice he's got an injury, so you don't really want guys that are injured unless they've got a specific injury that you want. And also they come with random gear and stuff as well. Here's a new captain. He's rank 4. He doesn't have any injuries. So because he's rank 4, we could actually grab him now if we had 1,000 gold, which we don't. And we could level him up with some skills already chosen without having to put him out for a certain amount of time to level up the skills. So that's really good. We've got a level 3 Ulrican Priest. He's got a muck, like a head injury, so we don't know if we necessarily want him. And we've got a healthy level 2 Priest. So we could hire these guys if we wanted to, and we could straight away have some skills researched on them. But I don't really worry about low level ones. I'd probably wait till you get like a rank 6 or rank 7 guy. That way you can like have all of their skills unlocked at once, but it's going to cost you 3,000 or 4,000 gold for that. So yeah. But the rank 4 leader I'm actually thinking about, because we're so low level, that would actually be quite good. We could give him maybe armor proficiency or something. I'm not sure how many skill points he'd have. I think he'd have at least 4. He might have 6. So that could actually be pretty good. But anyway, let's just do one more quick mission. So I usually send out all my brutal, exception, average, exceptional. So exceptional gear, that is, lots of items. The wagon mission means crush their will. It's very hard to succeed in those, so that means we're not going to have much chance of getting good experience, and we won't get extra loot from doing the mission either. So that's something to be aware of. It's deadly, but it's also crush their will. So the deadly, but it's a safe one because it's each warband deploys in a wide arc far from their wagons. So it's yeah, we will get 3 extra XP for completing a deadly mission, so that could be worth it. Brutal, exceptional, average. One deploys tightly around its wagon, the other is random. So that's what we did last time. That worked out pretty well that time. Yeah, we'll do that. Do that one. So this time I'll just launch it randomly. Oh, actually, sorry, I just remembered. So we can, now that we've leveled up our warband, we can actually have an extra henchman in our warband. So again, I'm just going to stick with the with these guys. We'll leave him in white so we know he's the new guy. If one of the teams deploys around the wagon, it's usually pretty safe no matter what the other option is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I tend to, if there isn't one where you clearly are separated, like the ones where one team deploys around their wagons usually is not too bad. Again, if you want to be safer, do launch and deploy. If you're happy to just have it randomly go whatever, then just do launch.
Trap and get your warriors into a group of buildings. Now the enemy will have to lay siege to your defensive position if they want to.
So when you get an ambush like that, it means that whatever it said was going to happen doesn't happen anymore, and now you just get a random different one.
A new round has started.
Yeah, I know. There's one more quick mission. It's like the worst possible thing that could happen to you. Oh, we just spotted an enemy. Oh, sisters. Sisters are pretty rough to start off with when you're playing as Mercs. They're like they're just better at brawling than Mercs are. They tend to wear a lot of armor, and they're tough, and yeah, it's not much fun. All right, so like I was saying, our mission is to basically keep our 2 heroes alive, and unfortunately, the way that it's landed is that their leader and 3 of their henchmen are all surrounding one of my heroes. So yeah, it's bad for us. But yeah, fuck, this sucks. All right, I think what we might try and do is head over this, go over this side, we're still gonna, it's still not gonna be great, but she's probably gonna ambush me. So if you look at, oh no, she's not in ambush stance, she's in dodge stance. All right, oh no, she's in ambush stance. What the fuck? How'd that work? So, what the fuck? So are you in both ambush and dodge stance at the start of the... No. Hold on. Maybe, is it because they ambushed me that they start off in ambush stance? They start in ambush stance. Oh, because it's an ambush. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, so because, like, I could have ambushed them, I guess. But in this, because they ambushed me, their guys start off in ambush and we start off in dodge. Oh, so they get an ambush and a dodge. Absolute fuck. So they got an ambush, a dodge, and they had red pills to counterattack with as well. Man, this is extremely disadvantageous to us. It's a very bad situation. But anyway, that's alright, whatever. So yeah, we're gonna try and stack up. Oh fuck. Excuse my French. Sorry. One up here. Mother. And we don't have enough move because we failed the climb. We don't have enough movement to actually get around. What I wanted to do is have this guy stack up around them to help him fight, but alas. If we're really unlucky, they might be able to pin us. Yeah, if they're really unlucky, they might be able to pin like 2 or 3 on 1 on our captain, and this guy be locked out and not be able to get in there. So that would really suck. Ah, can't get to it. Love those ambushes, oh yeah. Fantastic. Glorious. Now there's so much heat. So much heat on this place. So I could jump down there, but I'm going to get wrecked by these 2 guys. So yeah, I guess we'll jump down here. Gonna have to get hit by this. Whoosh. And then she's gonna hit me again. So what we really wanted to do is just not engage them. Oh, okay, no, that wasn't too bad, I guess. Oh, that's not my hero, it's just some random dude. Okay, that's good, I guess. Yeah, so we're probably gonna lose. We're probably gonna lose this battle, even if we don't lose all of our. Even if all of our guys don't die. I mean, hopefully all of our guys won't die. But yeah, it's not. It's not a great. It's not a great situation that we find ourselves in. Oh yeah, this guy's dead. Ah, mother. So this is exactly what I was worried about happening. So now they've pinned my captain in 2v1, and they've also blocked my other guy so he can't get in. He could have walked through my captain's zone and got around, but now he can't. Alright, we'll loot their wagon. And we'll steal their icon. It's kind of as if we killed one of their guys by stealing their idol, so we're even. Not really. Yeah, this is really bad. This is like one of the worst. This is one of the worst starts that I've ever seen. Super bad. I'm gonna try to rescue our captain. Yeah, this is real bad.
A new round has started.
And like this type of situation where it's just a full-on brawl is really to the sisters' advantage because they tend to be all good martial. They also have good martial skills. They've all got good armor and stuff. They're just good at, you know, just bashing. Yeah, this is pretty grim. So this guy can't do anything because it comes trapped. Apart from continuously fail to climb up here. well, I guess he'll just stay there. Hurry, fail. Hurry, fail. Fuck. Alright, well, I guess this is the best we can do. Oh, really? I didn't know that, Frederick. That's cool. Thanks for the tip. Frederick said you should put their idol in your cart. That way, if you end up routing, it still won't count as a defeat since you finished the mission, which means less chance of injury. Oh, that's really cool. I never knew that. And also, this particular mission, Crush Their Will, is usually really hard to do because usually the carts are further away from each other. Yeah, it is the mission, is Crush Their Will. I think we might lose before I get a chance to do it though.
A new round has started.
They got so many dudes on us they can't even fit them in. Oh no, she's Sigma's might. She just buffed all of her guys. Look at all the glowing magical weapons they've got now. That's bad. Nah, so we're gonna miss. Extra hit chance would have been nice there. But yeah, I chose to forego. I chose to take the reduced hit chance for extra damage. Oh no, Adrianak's going down. They're looting our bodies. Dodge. He only had like 10% chance to dodge or something. Very lucky. Okay, so normally in this situation you can disengage, but if there's something behind you so you can't jump back, then it won't. The disengage won't work. So even though it looks like there's nothing behind me in this particular scenario, like I think you jump back directly away from the enemy, so it'd be into that wall. So I can't I can't jump back. So unfortunately, I've wasted my opportunity to complete the mission like Frederick suggested, which would have been cool. I lose my voice. Any tips for fighting the demon library? Nah, sorry, can't help you, buddy. Anyone got any tips for fighting in the demon library? Oh, he failed his all alone test, did he? Ah, he had to roll under 80, and he rolled 86, so he misses his turn. He has to die ignominiously.
A new round has started.
Full Sigma. Yeah, that was our best guy. Oh, that was our other best guy. So this is like
is critically low.
So next time we have to make an action, our guys will roll morale, and we're probably going to fail and lose the match. Failed. So there you go. That's Mordheim, baby. So that was a very unlucky mission start. If now I chose to let the game automatically place my guys wherever it felt like. If I had placed my guys manually in that one, like chosen the specific slots to put them in, I probably would have survived or even won. So it makes a big difference. But I don't know. I kind of like the carnage of just having the random setups. But yeah, that was a fun one. I made a couple of little errors there, but yeah. Oh, and Urban said, do not fight in the Demon Library. It's probably the hardest mission in the game for Mercs. Only attempt the mission if you are 3 times higher than the suggested level. Okay, there you go. Is that the one where you get continuous enemies spawning? I think I remember somebody saying like a good tip for that one is to like get your ogre get your ogre leveled up with what do you call it, dodge, or is it you do ogres with dodge or parry? I think dodge. Get your ogre like maxed out with dodge and damage and stuff, defenses and damage, 2 weapons, and then you could have like an order leader or whatever to buff him, like have other guys buff your ogre, and then he can just chew through like endless enemies kind of thing. I don't know if that's the one. You can't skip the missions, but you can delay them. You can just leave it. You can just delay them indefinitely. Oh, okay, it's a different one. Sorry. And Urban said that's the mission where you have all 4 demons and a Chaos Magister. Nice. Yeah, just keep delaying it until your warband rank is like super high and you've got like heaps of elite guys. That sounds fair. Get like a warrior priest. Rank up your rep with the other factions to get a warrior priest hero that can heal yourself. All right. But yeah,
I saw a dwarf floundering in the Reich once. He learned to swim pretty damn quick. You had better learn too, because a man can drown in defeat the same as he can in water.
Man, the writing and the voiceovers in this is so good. Fortunate return. Oh, nice. Our captain didn't die. Managed to return safely without losing any additional equipment. Full recovery. Fortunate return. Didn't lose any extra stuff. Fortunate return. He had a near-death experience. He gets extra experience. He's lost. He got some equipment lost. So even because he had a crit on him, he had open wounds. It gives him extra chance of getting injuries and stuff. But he got a full recovery.
The gods are with you.
The gods are with us. All right, that was actually pretty good. So we didn't get anyone crippled or anything. So normally you can have permanent death and permanent crippling injuries and stuff. So none of our guys actually got ruined. So quite often there you guys will get just destroyed and you have to immediately sack them. But yeah, so we're still good. Actually, we can give him a halberd. With the halberd, he can parry with 30% chance. That's slightly better than his dodge chance. So that's kind of good. Give him 9 toughness. So now we can, if we wanted to, we can give him the resilience skill. So we go in here, go in toughness, choose resilient. He's gonna be out for 3 days. Boom. And then he's gonna, when he comes back, he's gonna have crit resistance. Yeah, so we were super lucky there. No one got crippled or anything. And our captain here, excuse me. We could. No, I might wait till he gets 12 strength, and then I'll give him. And then I'll do all of his levels at once. But did they steal his helmet? Or did I? Yeah, I think they stole his helmet. Dicks. Oh, well, that's cool. His hat, the hat looks way cooler, actually. I wish the helmet looked as cool as the hat. Alright, so this guy's wounded now, right? And he's lost, and they looted him and stole all of his gear. So what you do there is you use the switch thing, switch out your wounded guy, and we'll switch out our Ulrican priest for a fresh Ulric priest. And now we've got a missing slot, so we just hire a new henchman here. We check out this guy. He's healthy. We can get this guy that's already level 1 if we want. But we don't want it. We actually want to keep him low level. It's better for us. Alright, this guy. And then, yeah, there we go. We're back in. This guy will be back in 5 days. Although, because he's level 1, we could just actually just sack him. Rather than waiting 5 days for him to come back. And there we go. Our warband's ready to go again for the next day. Also, we got enough. Oh no, we didn't get any more wordstone. That's right, because we all died. But yeah, that's how to start a new Empire warband, or that's my version of how to start a new Empire warband. There's definitely different ways to go about it, but yeah. Hopefully there's a few tips there for you guys. And yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll just see if there's anyone streaming on looks like oh yeah. All right. We got Total War Neighbor. We got Gideon leading Rome to failure in Total War Rome 2. Yeah, I'll just chuck a host over to I can't find Total. I'll just do oh yeah, I'll do Total War Neighbor. I think I've already hosted. Yeah, okay. Total War Neighbor's doing Drazo Theashin, Chaos Dwarfs. If you guys want to check out some more Total War, you can check that out. And yeah, I will go and get some rest. All right. Catch you guys. Have a good one.